Hey guys, what's up? Arthur here, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Brawl. In the last episode, we cleared up boss battles quite easily with Toon Link because I've done it multiple times before. In this episode, we are going to be moving on to R.O.B, the robot, who is not the best character for boss battles. I hardly use R.O.B at all. He's probably like one of my least favorite in the entire character list. In fact, yeah, he's definitely in the bottom 5, might be in the bottom 3, I'm not entirely sure on like just how he functions, because he does not function well for boss battles even a little bit. And the main reason being is a lot of his aerials don't work that well. Like, for example, that right there where you just saw his back aerial, it pushes in, you know, the direction opposite of what it does. It makes sense, but it causes a lot of problems, especially against the aerial bosses in particular. It's not too bad for the ground bosses, but he doesn't excel against the aerial bosses as well, I feel, and that causes a lot of problems. He does have a projectile with his standard B. His down B is another projectile with the top, which I don't think I used in this. I think I might have used it once against Duon, but I don't remember. I guess we'll find out when we get to Duon. In addition to that, he's got a side B, which is kind of like Pit's side B, but just not as good. It's not as strong. It doesn't, you know, it takes longer to execute. So I don't feel that it's a very worthwhile move to use. And then, of course, his up B is his recovery. His recovery is incredibly good, fortunately. But when it comes to aerial attacks, stay away from the back aerial right there, the neutral aerial, which is that one right there, conveniently enough, and stick to the forward and up aerials. They're primarily what you'll want to use. The up aerial will be for, you know, if you know you have a lot of time. If you don't feel you have a lot, then just use the up aerial. This isn't R.O.B's default costume, I'm sure you guys already know that, but I figured since I'd likely have to go to war to finish this one, I'd put him in the army green outfit, because why not, you know. I know the actual outfits for R.O.B are like the different ones that you see in Subspace, and this is the one that shoots the missiles at you that home in. I know that's what the outfits are, but, you know, regardless, I figured we changed up. As for his smash attacks, they're okay. I don't feel like they do a lot of damage. The down smash can kind of come in handy for the grounded bosses. For PD Piranha it works relatively well, but you're not really too limited on the smash attacks, but at the same time, as I always said this about R.O.B in general, he feels like he's a very clunky character. I don't use R.O.B as a main character or a side character. He's not even like one of the ones that I'd be like, oh, I'll just play as him for fun like Wario. He's just not a character I play as, so maybe somebody who uses R.O.B regularly can tell me that he's not clunky, but he feels incredibly clunky to me. And because of that, I don't use him. If he doesn't return to Smash 4, it's not going to disappoint me at all. I'm fine with him not coming back. I don't know, he's just, as much as I hate saying this, aside from the Subspace story, he's a very forgettable character. If you're actually paying attention to the story, which, you know, it's not a very good story, but there, you know, you have the Ancient Minister, and you've got all the robots that get sacrificed and whatnot, so they're, you know, important to the story, I suppose, but as a character, I really don't care for R.O.B at all. Like, at all. He's just, I don't know, I just don't find him to be that good of a character. But I know some people, I know, in fact, exactly 2 people that are decent with R.O.B, or at the very least they like using him, but he's just not a character that I enjoy using. I did enjoy the challenge for the boss battle, though. But, I mean, yeah, he's just not a character I'll use, that's for sure. He does have some relatively quick attacks in his down move whenever he's on the ground, whenever you just hold down and press 2. That one's relatively fast. He's also got a relatively fast move with his forward aerial. But like I said, stay away from his back aerial and his neutral aerial, and also his down aerial as well. It will push him back up slightly, and that one's not as bad because you're just going back up as opposed to a horizontal distance. And usually the horizontal distance in boss battles matter more than the vertical distance, aside from whenever you get knocked into the sky and, you know, past the boundary, but yeah, that one right there, it pushes you back up slightly. So yeah, he's not my character per se, you know, not much I can do about it. But either way, you can just watch him creepily just, you know, move up and down. His taunts really aren't anything that special either. They, you know, just does things that a robot does. and then he does the robot. I don't know what Rob's weight class is. I'm guessing it's like probably middleweight and then just inside of middleweight, like not incredibly close to heavyweight, closer to lightweight than middleweight, but he might be pretty close to the center as well. So he can take a decent amount of punishment. He might be heavier than I think he is. He just looks really light, but he's made of metal, so maybe he's heavier than he looks. It is entirely possible, so I don't know. Like I said, he's a character I don't use much. If you're choosing somebody to conquer boss battles with on Intense your first try, I would not recommend R.O.B at all. Or even a little. Even if he's your best character, I really would not recommend him. I mean, I'm doing stuff that's working here, but it's pretty much the same strategy that you see me do for a lot of boss battles. What I'm doing with Rayquaza is the exact same thing that I did for Ness's, and what I'll do for Lucas's, because I've already got that one recorded. But I'll do the exact same thing for Lucas as well. His recovery is nice, though, I will say that. It's nice to have a character with a good recovery. Or at the very least, not a terrible one. Right there, I thought I was dead, so he must be able to take more damage than I thought he could. A lightweight would have died for sure right then. Regardless of that, by the time this has gone up, I've definitely started college already. I'm recording the audio for this Sunday, and I start tomorrow. And the next boss battle scheduled to go up, which will be going up today, is Bowser's. So Monday will be Wario's, Tuesday will be Toon Link, so this will go up Wednesday. Lawn Motors is Thursday, Falcons is Friday, Saturday is Jigglypuff, and then Sunday is Lucas. And that's pretty much how it's going to go. And I might do like twice in one day, I don't know. It just kind of depends on how busy I am or am not. For those of you that don't go to college, the first week of it's always kind of weird because, you know, they say they've got the rooms set up, but they hardly ever do. There's, you know, always rooms getting shuffled around the first week or first week and a half. It was like that both my first semesters of freshman year, so I expect no less from sophomore year. Luckily, I don't have to take all my core classes since a decent amount of them are knocked out. Really, sophomore year is kind of finishing up core and starting on what, you know, my major actually is. So I'll get to take a couple of really fun courses. And I also have to take a biology class, which is going to be kind of weird because I haven't taken a science class since my freshman year of high school. So it's been a little while. Yeah, so who knows how that's going to go. It makes a decent excuse, though, if I, like, screw up the first day. It's like, sorry, it's been a while. It's been a while. Just raise the roof, Rob. Raise it. But either way, I will try to keep up. Really, the day that I'm doing this, which, you know, it'll be a completely different day. It won't actually be whatever day this goes up. It's the day that I'm recording the audio for this, which is Sunday the 24th. Of August of 2014, if you care. Which I doubt it, but, you know, whatever. That sounded really passive-aggressive, I'm sorry. The point is, it doesn't really matter, and I know full well it doesn't, but in case you want some clarification. The day that I'm doing this, I'm also going to convert a lot of files and render out a lot of files, and I'm going to try to get, and it probably won't happen, but I am going to try to do it over the course of, you know, today. I'm going to try to get as much as I can completely, you know, 100% ready to go on those other two Let's Plays. They are both completely recorded, and one of them is converted, the other one's not. So likely what I'll do after getting the audios recorded for these is get these edited, and then start editing the one that is converted while the other one is converting. Overall, the project that I recorded recently took about a little over like total playtime took a little over 6.5 hours.
Ready, go!
Not that that'll give you really any clue, but you'll figure it out eventually. But it took about 6.5 hours, which for me, speedrunning the game, which I wasn't doing a speedrun that time, but you know, whenever I play through it the way I normally play through it, which is, you know, I have a specific order for doing things in game, it just flows better with, you know, the way that I set it up for the project. It just makes it look better. But the way I normally do it's much, much faster than that. But, you know, it's fine. I still enjoyed recording it. It was a lot of fun to record that. So hopefully, I will have a lot of videos to upload. In the meantime, I definitely have a lot of, you know, the boss battles to upload, what's left of them. So I should have enough time between all that in order to get everything settled, but it's anybody's guess as to how, you know, crazy or laid back my schedule will be this semester. Especially since I've got classes from 9 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday and Wednesday, which for people that just, you know, go to high school or middle school, it's like, whatever, that's, you know, pretty much the exact same normal day. Well, it's a lot different between college classes and, you know, just middle school or high school classes. Because that's not including a lunch break. I literally have no time between that to get a lunch break. Since we can bring food or drink into the class, I'm pretty much having to pack a snack on Monday or Wednesday, because, let's see, I've got my schedule right here. But I guess we're out of time, aren't we? No, we still got some time left. If this will open up anyway. Will it open up before the thing ends? Find out next time. No, still plenty of time. But this is another one of the boss battles that's going to be crawling past the 9-minute mark. Yeah, I've got a class from 9 to 10, 10 to 11, then I have a small thing I have to go to from 11 to 11:30, and then I have one from 11:40 to 12:55, 1 to 2:15, and then 2:30 to 3:20. Which, you know, there's like 5-minute gaps in there, but that's not enough time to go and get lunch or eat lunch or anything. That's enough time to get from one class to the other is what it is. Luckily my campus is small, but either way. So, that is the plan. But hopefully I won't complain about that too much. 9-11-41. I have a lot of 9-11 times, but anyway, we will continue on through boss battles in the next episode when we tackle it with Olimar. See you guys then.